We're almost 3 months into 2024. You heard me right. We're almost 3 months into 2024. We are almost 3 months into. Those 7 words can be quite scary, and they scare me like from year to year, and different versions of it exist throughout like the year, but it doesn't get less scary. So in the spirit of facing my fears, I'm going to recap everything I've done in the past 2 to 3 months in hopes that it might alleviate my fear, or at least make it less scary. 108.04. That's how many kilometers I've ran in the past 2 and a bit months. That's a long distance, man. Fun fact, 108 kilometers, at least at a subatomic scale, is about 100 septillion times the diameter of a proton. Fun fact, 100 septillion is around 26 zeros. Fun fact. Fun fact, the distance of 108 kilometers is actually the same distance between London and Paris. The only difference is you might need to take the real distance between the two and divide that by 3.5. Fun fact. So those numbers are high. That's a lot of zeros. But the number is only going to go up considering I signed up for my first half marathon in the last 2 months, so that's pretty cool. I did it. But in terms of YouTube, I think I've done pretty well. I've made a total of 10 full-length videos, which is 5 more compared to when I first started out in 2022. Please don't watch those videos. I think that point or that metric is super exciting, and the main reason why is because in the past I used to make philosophy videos, and those were complex, heavy topics that I don't think I had the skill to articulate what I actually mean or what I actually find exciting. Compared to now, I've made so much progress in the way I've been making videos and just the frequency of things and the diversity of topics that I feel like I'm a lot better at articulating what I feel and what I think. And yeah, that just makes me happy because this is just the start. There's still a long ways to go, so the journey is definitely exciting. And in terms of travel, I traveled a total of 1 time this year back home to Malaysia to see my family for Chinese New Year. Hello. Alright. And in terms of experiences, I went crabbing for the first time ever, and man, blue swimmer crabs go fast. We all talk about the sideways crab walk, and they do that fast. They can do it up to like 3.5 kilometers per hour, and it's actually not that fast when you think about it, but it definitely looked fast. And I also had my first ever interview with Convenience Delivered, and honestly that was the most exciting, awesome experience that I've ever had. It was my first ever interview, so that set the bar really high. It was a quick interview, but the time spent afterwards chatting was more memorable to me. And another great thing too was that I can call the man behind it all a friend. And shooting the video of the behind the scenes of that interview was so fun. All the shots were great. The music was perfect. Everything was as I envisioned, and I could not be more proud of that video, and it seemed like you guys enjoyed it as well. Honestly, a lot of crazy things and a lot of awesome things happened during the past 2 months, and I'm super grateful for all of that, but I think it's only fair if I look into all the things that didn't go as well and the things that I could improve on. think that's only fair. Well, 108 kilometers is pretty impressive. Realistically, it should have been 259 kilometers. Let's not even talk about how many zeros that would have been. So I could say that I missed those workouts due to like travel, weather, and just like general health, which all could very well be true, but it would be false for me to even say that without mentioning that I ultimately did just miss those workouts, and there's no avoiding that. So out of all 10 videos that I made, I felt like I was pretty proud of them all. Well, all except for one. Refocusing was a very difficult video for me to make, even though the premise was super simple, which is I lost my focus and then I decided to refocus on the things that I initially set out to do. That's simple, but I felt like there were certain scenes that were playing in my head that seemed really cool that just overtook production, and all I did was focus on those scenes and not the storytelling aspect. Storytelling is an art, man. Like, that's hard, and it's not my strong suit, which is why I'm trying to really build upon that skill so I can tell better stories about my life. Like, it's difficult, and that's one of the reasons why that video kind of left me it left me quite dissatisfied. So even with all those things in mind, whether it's a setback of not running enough or not producing content that I'm entirely proud of, I think the beauty of it all is that it's still just 3 months into 2024. There's a whole 9 months worth of experiences to live through, and hey, if you put it that way, it's actually not that scary after all. See you guys next time.